Sonya Massey's father, James Wilburn, is speaking out just days after the Illinois Supreme Court ruled that Sean Grayson will have to stay in jail through the holidays. It was just the latest step in the battle over whether or not Grayson can be released before his trial, something Wilburn says should not happen. Our Monique Davis sat down with him for the first time and shares what he had to say.
James Wilburn tells me his daughter, Sonya Massey, had a special goal she was working towards before her death. Outside of the news of her death after being shot by Sean Grayson, I asked Mr. Wilburn what is something he wants the world to remember about Sonya Massey. Mr. Wilburn says Sonya's life plan included making sure he never had to work again. With a small chuckle, he tells me he was unsure of how she was going to achieve this goal.
You have a special bond with all of your children, but my bond with Sonya, she said, "Daddy, I'm going to make it so that you don't have to continue working." It would be easy to accept it if it were a natural situation.
Mr. Wilburn added what happened to his daughter was completely unnatural, and he will continue to fight for justice. Since the case has moved away from the appellate court, James Wilburn believes the Illinois Supreme Court will provide justice for Sonya Massey.
I don't think that reasonable men and women who sit on the Illinois Supreme Court can look at the film that we looked at, or the body camera footage that we looked at, and come to the same conclusions as these three persons who were on the appeals court.
Sonya Massey's father, James Wilburn, says attorney Ben Crump is currently in a negotiating period with Sangamon County on behalf of his family.
Hopefully, we won't have to go through with a complete litigation to even hire a man and give him a badge and a gun to allow him the opportunity to kill my child.
Wilburn added it was a miscarriage of justice for former Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell to hire Sean Grayson in the first place.
For a man to be in 6 police departments in 3.5 years, it's obvious that this guy has a problem. But I think it's a matter of saving money.
To make sure tragedies like Sonya Massey's death doesn't happen again, Wilburn says law enforcement agencies need to hire people with sympathy. Wilburn says the Springfield Police Department reacted to Massey's death very differently than the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office.
I think that if you have departments who are led by men of great character, like Chief Scarlett, you're not going to have this happen. The chief that are in these departments, their character kind of flows down to the men and women who they command.
Wilburn added the government also needs to enact change, including passing the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act on the federal level, and making changes to the Safety Act on the state level.
I think that Illinois can be the leader in making sure that people having a mental health crisis, they don't need idiots like Sean Grayson going out. They need people who have compassion.
Now, Mr. Wilburn says this matter of events has renewed his purpose in life, and he will use his voice to fight for other families in similar situations. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. Wilburn mentioned he is dealing with some health issues of his own, but will continue to seek justice for his daughter. And the commission formed to study law enforcement interactions with the public is meeting again soon. The Massey Commission will be meeting on the 16th. It will be in the lower level of the BOS Center here in Springfield. It starts at 6 p.m. It will hear reports from the work group and co-chairs, and also on the agenda is a presentation on the hiring of the new Sangamon County Sheriff Paula Crouch. Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.